wonder what happens when you dye brown, blue, or speckled eggs that you get from your backyard chickens instead of the white ones that you buy at the store? Well, we're putting it to the test with a little help from my two egg-sided assistants. Today we're trying dye tablets versus liquid dye to see which one gives us the brighter, bolder results. So stick around, you might be surprised by the results. Let's get to it. Hey guys, it's Sarah here with Chicken and Bulldogs Urban Farming, and we're going to dye some Easter eggs today. Now, there are many different colors of Easter eggs. They're not just all white or all brown. There's many different hues. You can have blue ones, you can have very dark red ones, but we've got a couple of different types of eggs with us today. We've got our backyard chicken eggs in this bowl, and then we've got some white store-bought ones in this bowl. And I have my two assistants here. This is my daughter,
Kenzie.
And how old are you, Kenzie?
10.
And I got my son,
Max.
How old are you, Max?
8.5.
8.5. All right, and they're gonna give me a hand today with dyeing Easter eggs, and we're gonna find out which works better, tablets or liquid food dye. All right, so we got two types of dye kits. We got liquid food coloring, and then we got our classic Pause egg dyeing kit, which has tablets. Right away there, I know there are 6 colors: red, green, yellow, blue, orange, and purple. And there's the bottles right there. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Then we got our Pause egg decorating kit. These things have been around for a million years. And inside, all right, we've got a comic. You can have that. Oh, they sent a white crayon. These are neat because you can actually draw these on the eggs and then it won't dye wherever the white wax is, and you can make a design. Instructions. Looks like some decals and some stickers. Oh, and then here's the dye tablets.
What are these for?
These, that's a great question, Ken. You gotta bend them like this. And then when you dip the egg in the dye, it kind of balances on this little spoon thing here. And then you dunk it in.
That would be a funny egg
It's
holder.
easier to take them in and out of the dye without having to use your fingers. Okay, so all the stickers and everything comes after the eggs are dry with their dye, and here's the tablets, which is what we're going to start off with today. Okay guys, we're gonna need 3 colors for this experiment, but you guys gotta agree on it. Which color should we do?
Blue. Red.
Okay, we need a third.
Orange.
Orange, they agree for once. All right, Max, we're gonna have you do the holes because that's where our eggs are gonna sit to dry. Try not to be a boy about it. Okay, so with the 2 different dye methods, there's actually gonna be 2 different sets of instructions. Now, the Pause Easter egg kit, basically we'll just be putting 1 tablet in a bowl or a cup, and then you add a 1/2 cup of room temperature water. However, with the food dye, it's a little bit different of a process. We actually have to put a 1/2 cup of boiling water and then 1 tablespoon of vinegar into a bowl to properly let the food coloring take effect. Okay, Max is gonna help do the blue tablet bowl. So first you put the tablet in, and then you're gonna put carefully this tablespoon of vinegar in there. Good job. And then let's do carefully the cup of water. Oops. All right, Kenz, you repeat the same process but with the orange tablet.
Put that in. Add the vinegar. It's yellow.
That does end up looking yellow, even though the tablet was orange. We might have to pivot. All right, yellow it is. All right, now we're gonna do the same process with the red, which turned into orange. These things are tricky. I'm gonna stir it with the tablespoon here just to kind of get it dissolving more before I put the water in. So definitely if you're using this egg kit, put the tablet in the vinegar and let it dissolve first before you add the water. We got a little ahead of ourselves and poked holes for our instructions, but hey, mistakes are there for learning. All right, so I'll do the boiling water part. And then Max, can you take this tablespoon of vinegar and pour that in very carefully? Perfect. And set that down. I want you to count out 15 drops of blue. So next we're going to line up our dyeing bowls. Kenzie, can you get your yellow? All right, so for this experiment, we're going to use the 3 different colors of eggs. We've got brown, kind of got like a bluish olive, and then we got our store-bought white. And then what we're going to do is we're going to compare how each method comes out on the different colored eggs. All right, can you guys start placing one of each color in each bowl, please? So we're going to have the kids kind of use these spoons to kind of get the dye over all parts of the eggs because we're using bowls. It's a little bit shallow in here. And then we're going to give each egg about a good 5 minutes. Keep each spoon in the bowl so we don't contaminate the colors.
I really like this one. Oh, it's
Whoa.
store-boughts look really cool. This one's like a light blue, the store-bought. The other one's like a greenish one.
Okay. Let's take them out, and then we're going to put them on the drying rack. Here, I'll use the tongs for the orange ones, and then I'll rinse them,
Okay.
and you guys can do the other colors. Okay, so it's been a few minutes. We let the eggs dry, and we've got kind of a wide hue of colors here. Kenzie, can you explain what these are?
These are the drops of yellow that is our chicken bean egg. That was a turquoise egg. This was a store-bought egg. For the blue drops of the eggs, this was, I believe, a store-bought, and that was a brown egg.
And that kind of makes like a really nice, pretty teal color.
And this egg over here was from the drops for orange food coloring. And I believe that was a store-bought.
Store-bought egg. Okay.
Okay, so all of these eggs are the tablets. So we have this one. I feel like this is like a store-bought.
I'd say so.
And then this one's this one's a store-bought. It looks like a little white.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
This one is a brown egg.
Okay.
And then this one is a bean egg. Then we got this one that is...
That looks like it was a turquoise olive egg before.
Yeah, turquoise. And this one looks like a store-bought.
Let me see here. Flip that around. Okay.
And then this one is, I feel like a store-bought.
I'd say so.
This one is a bean egg. That's really cool. This one is just a pot pie egg.
Which is brown, and the yellow kind of just made it look browner.
Yeah.
All right. All right, so as you can see, we kind of have a lot going on. Kind of a little bit of a hot mess when it comes to colored eggs, but you know what? That's okay, because we had a lot of fun doing it, didn't we?
Yeah.
What did you guys learn?
The food coloring doesn't always show its main color. It can, like that was supposed to be orange. That was supposed to be red, and it's orange.
Right, some of those tablets, they were a little bit deceiving because they looked orange, but they turned yellow and vice versa. What did you learn, Matt?
I learned that the store-bought eggs showed a little nice color like that blue egg right there that I really like. And then more the brown eggs turned like they were really dark colors, and then the bean eggs just made the colors show really bright.
Yeah, I'd say so too. And I'd say really there's no true answer or true winner here, tablets versus food coloring. Obviously with liquid food coloring, you could add as many drops as you want if you really want your eggs to pop. But I'd say each one of them are just fine, as long as you got helpers. And that's kind of how it goes around here. You know, sometimes you hope for the best and you get a whole bunch of mixed up colors and eggs. And that's totally fine, we're just gonna eat them. But hey guys, if you like what you see, I've got footage of my chickens in my backyard. I'm posting weekly. I've got a couple of videos about my bulldog Sterling coming down the pipeline. And there's always something going on here. So be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Get in here. Bulldog Tractor on YouTube. And continue to keep watching, guys, because there's always something going on. Let's try it. We're going wrong like now. Let's try it again.
And hey guys, if nothing else, remember, Family time is the most important time. We don't have to have the most perfectly colored eggs. If you have store-bought or you have backyard free-range eggs, the most important thing is spending time and just having fun. Just enjoy life, guys. Because as you see, there's always something going on
or going wrong at our house.
Cheers.